Welcome back everyone to the Land of Wanderers. Yes, that's right. We now have a title for the series and a name for our land here. We're going to be calling this continent, I guess, Papamitu. I don't know if I pronounced that right. So the idea in my mind, we'll have to imagine, is that this is the land of wanderers. The word Papamitu. The word Papamitu is an Innu word that is supposed to mean he or she walks, I believe. So the translation is not one for one. The Innu language is very verby. For example, if you were to say the water's blue, in Innu, if you would translate it, ooh, hi Enderman. If you were to translate it, it would sound something like the water is being blue. Our character here, which would be me, Zordo, our character here would be part of the Wanderers, which are a race / culture of people who, as you probably guess, wander the land and build and set up little camps and civilizations. So yeah, we'll build up the lore as the series goes on. So the sun is setting here in front of our camp, and just before this episode started, I got to doing a few little tasks. I moved quite a bit of our stuff from in the hidey hole over there to our storage system over here. There's still some things over there that I have to get done, but yeah, I got that done. And what I also did, might as well head inside before mobs start spawning. As I was saying before nighttime fell, between episodes I gathered some sugarcane, some leather, and made a book and quill. And in this book and quill I have a few notes which I will read out to you. So this page here is all the tasks that I would like to get done before our protagonist here, before us, before we move out and wander the world. So I want a full set of iron armor on the armor stand that we have near the bed. I want 2 of each iron tools. I want 2 axes, 2 shovels, 2 pickaxes, 2 hoes, and 2 swords. A spare bed and a total stack of food. So I just want a stack worth of food, and what I mean by one total stack is it could be 30 cooked steaks and 34 baked potatoes. Those are our requirements for before we actually move out and wander the world, because we too are part of the wondrous wandering tribe. So in our other pages here, we have some bibs and bobs that I'd like to get done this episode. I don't know if we'll be able to get them done all today. Maybe we'll have to split up into 2 episodes. So just some odds and ends that I'd like to get done before we actually head out. So let's look at our list here. Bibs and bobs. Landscaping. So I just want to landscape around the house and make it a bit prettier to look at and to live in. And beneath landscaping, we have a few little ideas / things that I want to get done. I want a fireplace for us to sit around and roast some food and just tell stories with other wanderers. I want a garden for food, obviously. I want to light up the place a bit to make it a bit safer and a bit nicer to walk around in at night. And I want to build an inukshuk, a wood pile. Pretty self-explanatory. There are other things that I'm going to be doing in terms of landscaping, more than likely, but I just didn't bother putting them down here. These are the bigger ideas that I did not want to forget. I want to build some docks in our little pond over here. A visitor's journal, so I will explain that a little bit later. Bring over stuff is to bring over stuff from the hidey hole. We've done that. Make a decent smelter and honor our hidey hole. So we'll get onto those points a bit later. Alright, so enough talking. Let's drop off our journal in here and get to working on some of our bibs and bobs. So I'll get working on some of that. I'll see you guys a little bit later. Okay, so the first thing I actually want to get done today in terms of landscaping is I want to get rid of this rock formation behind me. From here it looks kind of wonky. It just stakes out of the side of our little cliff here. So I want to take that out, flatten this, and it'll probably be a bit easier to build the docks afterwards on this little piece of terrain here. So we'll get on to doing that, and I'll see you guys afterwards. Okay, so that wasn't too long. That's over, and yes, that looks much better in my opinion. So now what we'll do is, I think I'll head to bed, and we'll see in the morning what we do next. Alright, so the next thing to be done, I would suppose, is I think the garden would make sense, so we can actually have our food supply. And yeah, I'm thinking the garden we should actually put behind the house. Beside the house here would be quite nice too, but I kind of want to put the fireplace here, since so you could have like your fireplace, sit down, tell stories, and have like a view of the little pond here. And so I'm wondering, do I bring this down and have my garden here, which would make sense, or do I leave it up there and just have a bridge leading up? I think what makes most sense would be to bring this down a few levels. Yeah. Okay, so that's done for now. I think what we're going to do is actually just, I open this up a bit. We'll have some stairs leading up to here, and this open area will be the garden. And I will mostly survive off of baked potatoes. I guess I'll plant some wheat at the same time, so I could maybe find some cows and lead them over here, breed them up. Same thing with some sheep. And I'll get some carrots too if I can, so that I can maybe attract some horses and breed them up if need be. We'll see, but for now I just need a garden that'll be good enough for us to survive. Supposed to stick nails out. Alright, so for you guys it's been maybe 2 seconds, but for me it's been a few days since I've last been in here. I got sidetracked by something mid-recording, and that looks like it'll fix itself. So I started up on our garden, and I've been thinking... Okay, jeez. Oh, okay. Wow. Tough zombie. So I've been thinking this is where our garden's gonna be, and like I mentioned, this is gonna be some wheat over here, some potatoes, and we'll see what else we can get eventually. What I'm thinking is, I think I'll make a kind of little walkway fence on this diagonal here. It kind of makes it weird to build in my mind, but we'll try that. I think it'll look pretty nice. Okay, so that's the beginning of the fence. Nothing fancy. We might add something to it eventually, but for now it's just to divide up the sections with 2 little entryways here. I'm thinking I'll just go ahead and turn all of this into farmland, and with a bird's eye view we'll see where we end up placing our water sources. So obviously this garden is going to be really empty for now. So these potatoes here, when I planted them, it takes only 1 potato to plant down a potato plant, but when harvesting them, I think this one's ready. We'll see. It was not ready. We'll just put that back down. When you harvest them, when they're actually ready, they yield up to 4 potatoes, so we can easily just expand this once this bunch grows up. Same thing for the wheat and the seeds over there. Alright, so I'm just kind of making up a line to close in the garden a bit to keep some critters out. Although we'll have to use our imaginations since most mobs can jump this high. But I don't want to make anything too high or too extravagant. This is just supposed to be some kind of a natural lodge, right? Something bare bones and rustic. So we'll leave it like this. I'll add some light eventually, maybe switch out some things. But yeah, I'll do the same on the other side and kind of determine how big the actual farmland's going to be. Alright, you know what? That's good. That's fine. Why not? That should be plenty of wheat and potatoes for our needs as we're here. I don't think we'll need much else. When we eventually find where we're going to establish our, I guess, our forever home, where our wanderer will always refer back to, then we will build some more extravagant things around the house. But for now, this should be fine. I'm actually going to see, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's something purple in the water over there, and I don't know what it is, so I'm going to just punch my way back down and go see what that's at. And I can't, did it just despawn? I probably should have had replay mode on there so I could actually look. Alright, so just before heading to bed, I took my iron as I was just making up some new tools for tomorrow morning, and I went ahead and crafted our armor, and I forgot the feet. So let's go and get iron, take that back please, and let's go make some footwear to complete the set. Alright. Headpiece, chest piece, legs, feet. Awesome, so that's done. We have our spare armor. Let's take our little book and quill, open that up, and where is it? Full set of armor. There. Done. Okay, so it's the next morning, and you know what? Let's relax a bit. We're at home. We're safe. Let's take off this heavy armor and just appreciate the hair blowing. Yes, let's appreciate the hair blowing through our breeze. Let's appreciate my lantern here. Let's stick one here. I was thinking about having another one right here just for aesthetics. It's not really necessary, but yeah, we'll leave it there just because it looks nice. And I guess at the rear here, we'll stick one here and same thing over here. So that should be good just to light it up. But you know what? No. I changed my mind. That should be fine. That looks okay. Alright, so the garden is infrastructured, but I wouldn't say that it's done. We'll wait till we actually have a full field of plants before marking that off the list. Yeah, so for now that'll be it. I think next up on our selection will still be in the landscaping section. I think what we'll do is get on with the wood pile and the fireplace. I think we'll build it on that side, and here on this side we'll have maybe our little statue that we want to build. So I'm going to open up this area just a little bit and make room for a little fireplace. Alright, so I think that should be fine in terms of size. So now I think what I'll do is I'll go plant these 2 seeds just right here, and actually build a fireplace would be a pretty good start. So let's do that. I'm thinking here. How's that? Yep, that's cute. How's that? I'm not convinced. The logs are quite huge. I'll go to bed, have a think, and we'll readjust this in the morning. Yes, we would give it to, okay. Enough of that. What if we stick some signs and make chairs like this? Alright, I think Yeah, I think I like that. That's nice. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, done. Alright. Got too close to the fire. Hey everyone, I'm just sat here around the fire reading a nice book and noting down that in front of me we have our wood pile done. Here it is. Quite simple. It's just a pile of logs. And it's done, and it's nighttime, so we'll head back inside. Open this up and head over to wood pile. Done. And now it's time for bed. So next up on our list would be the Inukchuk. That's right here. And I'm thinking, why not build it to this side of the house to fill in this space? So I got a handful of different rocks to play with and figure out how we're going to build this thing. If I remember, I'll put up a reference image here for those who don't know what an Inukchuk is, so you can see what it actually looks like, and I guess I'll just get on to building it. Okay, so this is the design for now. It's quite small, but that makes sense in my mind since we're assuming that this dude just built it on his own, right? So this lonely wanderer all by his lonesome self built this, so for it to be that size seems about right. It's kind of wonky. There's some pieces missing, but it's been here a while, so that's fine. It's holding together. I realized while building that I don't have any regular cobblestone left, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to a little hidey hole over there and mine some out and just put some regular cobblestone in here mixed with the mossy cobblestone just to add a bit of texture so it's not all one-dimensional. Alright, so there's our little Inukchuk. Nothing too grand, but yeah. It marks that we have been here, so we'll put done here. And just before heading to bed, as I can see the sun setting once again, let's head over to the other side and see how that looks. It looks like something. So just before heading to bed, I think what we'll do, well, we'll go to bed first for sure, but I think what we'll do to make this look just a little bit better is light up the area around it and maybe add some buttons or something to make it a bit less flat. So I've actually never made nor have I ever used buttons before, and so I also just learned the recipe, and it's kind of insane. So it takes a whole block of stone to make one of these. Alright, so that's something. I put a few on it and around just to show that there's some wear and tear going on and pieces are falling off. Alright, so as we were building this thing here behind me, it's been a few days in game and I think some of our crops should have grown by now. So let's go have a look and see if we can expand a little bit. Alright, so that's just with one haul. We had just a little corner around here filled up. That's what, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9? 8. 8 and maybe a few more. But look at this. We already have like a third of it filled up with just that little bit of work. And I have a bit of food reserved up still in there, so I don't actually have to use any of this right now. I'll let it grow once again, and then we should be able with that haul to fill up the rest and have a few extra in to actually cook up and eat. So we'll do the same thing here over with the wheat. Hey, it's me from the future. I lost some footage here, so the cut's a bit weird. Sorry. For the docks, this would be a good spot, but I think that would be a good spot too. And I'm kind of divided on the idea. I think my original plan was to do it over there, so we'll do it over there. All right, let's go have a look from over there and see how that looks. And let's just drift. All right, I can't see it. How about over here? Okay. All right, that's pretty nice. I think here for you guys, we'll go into replay mod and you guys will get a bird's eye view of this whole place. Okay, so with that done, I think we can go ahead and open our little book here, and where is it? Where is it? Docs. We can go ahead and tick that off of our list. Done. Now, can I get up on top of this dude's head from here? Ah. What about from here? No. Okay. Alright. Ah, come on. Okay, let's be careful. There we are. Okay, everybody, so here's a little bird's eye view of the place. We got our docks up on the left, our little hut behind us. We can't see the fireplace from here, and we have our garden to the left. So I think for today's episode, guys, that's where we'll end it. I'm running out of time to record this video, and I would like to actually get it edited and sent out to you guys for your enjoyment. So on our next episode, we'll more than likely get on to the rest of our... It's bits and bobs. It's come to my attention that it's bits and bobs, not bibs and bobs. Bits and bobs. So we'll get on to the rest of this. The garden is pretty much done. We'll light up the place, and we'll get through the rest of this stuff and set out to try to complete this, and then sadly we'll probably be done with this place. Our young wanderer here will head out on an adventure to find his new home. Maybe sign some new villagers. So yeah, I'll see you next time, guys. Thank you. Bye bye.